What's up, guys? This is Barrymore coming to you with a video on Light Boon's sister, aka Xenia. Today I want to talk about why she's so good and will most likely be a staple unit in your PvE teams for farming dungeons like the Elder Dragon and even getting elixirs to ascend your units. Now, the only way to acquire her as of now is to go into the Light Bull Demon King dungeon and collect 40 pieces, giving you enough to summon her. Now, this can only be done every Sunday on Light Day. I do gotta tell you though, it is a grind and RNG plays a huge role in acquiring pieces. I farmed it for about 6 hours and was able to collect only 22 pieces. But the developers were nice enough to start us off with 20 pieces, assuming you progress to the mission that they provide. So with that being said, let's take a look at her skills and why she's going to be a must-have for your first Elder Dragon team. Now, her first skill, Erosion. Throws a stream of water, dealing damage to an enemy from a distance. Every fourth attack has a chance to lower defense. Now, this is her basic attack, so every fourth attack she will provide a lower defense debuff on whatever unit she's attacking. This debuff will play a huge role in being able to DPS down the Elder Dragon as quick as possible. So off the bat, Xenia is already shining. Now, her skill 2 is Scourge. Cracks a whip of water, damages enemies, and removes 3 buffs from each of them. Elder Dragon loves to get attack buff, but with Xenia in your team removing buffs, you won't even need to worry about him having that buff on long enough to kill your entire team. Now, her skill 3 is probably going to be your bread and butter. Wave of Celerity sends out an expanding ring of water that heals each ally it touches and lowers their skill cooldowns. When the ring reaches maximum range, it returns, healing and lowering the skill cooldowns of each ally a second time. Healing is based on caster's max HP. Now, not only does this ability heal your team twice, but it also lowers your team's cooldown on their abilities, giving you more uptime on buffs and debuffs, as well as more healing. Now, lastly, her fourth skill is Torrential Strike. Summons geysers of water in a line, damaging enemies and knocking them into the air. When they land, deals additional damage and stuns. Now, this move doesn't really benefit you as much on the actual Elder Dragon itself, but keep in mind there are trash mobs that come out when the Elder Dragon decides he wants to go out and fly for a bit. So it will help keep the mobs CC'd, giving you time to DPS them down fast before the dragon comes back down. So now that we've covered her skills, let's take a look at armor sets and what you should most likely be shooting for. Xenia's gear recommendations are 3 sets of vital for more HP percent. Seeing as how her heal scales off of HP, that's probably going to be your best option for her early game. However, once you're able to farm the Black Widow and get adept gear sets, I do recommend putting her on an adept set. The lower her cooldowns are, the more she will keep lower defense on Elder Dragon, strip his attack buff, heal your allies, and lower their cooldowns as well. Now, let's go into detail on what kind of vital or adept gear you're going to want on her shoulders, gloves, and bracers. As I mentioned before, her heal scales off of how much HP percent she has. So I do recommend her going triple HP percent. However, keep in mind, accuracy does play a big role in making sure she's keeping up that lower defense and able to strip the boss to take away his attack buff. So if need be, you can always equip an accuracy percent on her bracers to reach the minimum requirement for Elder Dragon of 60% accuracy. As far as substats go, I would look for defense percent, accuracy percent, so you're able to reach that 60% without having an accuracy percent bracer. Resistance, so she doesn't get stunned too often from the Elder Dragon's AoE stun. And then lastly, you can throw in some attack speed so she can apply lower defense faster, but do not prioritize attack speed over the others that were just mentioned. Attack speed is more of like a bonus substat if you're able to obtain it. That pretty much covers the kind of gear you're going to want to equip on her. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is ascending her. She doesn't get any additional skills because she already comes with all 4, as well as no leader skills. However, ascending a unit does increase her base stats as far as max HP, defense, and attack. So it does increase her survivability by doing so. Plus, she gains a new cool look, so I mean, why wouldn't you ascend her, right? Besides, by the time you finish farming pieces for her, you'll have more than enough elixirs to awaken her as soon as you get her. I mean, given you have enough spirit elixirs from the Golden Bull Demon King, of course. So that pretty much covers Xenia, guys, and why I think she's going to be a core unit on almost all of your early to mid PvE teams. Her moveset is amazing, she's fairly easy to obtain, and she can fill multiple roles. So with all this being said, I hope you guys go out there and farm her because she's going to be too valuable to pass up. Hopefully you guys don't take 6 hours like I did to get her, but if you do, it'll be worth it in the end. I guarantee it. Thanks for watching my first video on Dungeon Hunter Champions, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later on my next video. Have a good one, guys.